So some opening words. So I went to a joyful and earth-shaking puppet theater performance called Settlers on Red Earth last weekend. This play was written by Mary Swander, a well-known Iowa author, and it's based on the stories of Shelley Buffalo, Jonathan Buffalo, the Meskwaki historian, tribal historian, Jonathan's wife, Mary Buffalo, and other Meskwaki voices. The story tells the joyful and accurate history of how the Meskwaki settlement came to be established in 1857, in part with help from the Amana colonists who lived down the Iowa River from the Meskwaki settlement. The Amana colonists and the Meskwakis had a mutual relationship of respect. They traded with each other, and they shared a love and respect for nature. The Meskwaki taught the Amana colonists how to live respectfully and sustainably on the land, including how to harvest water lilies by wading into the muddy water and finding the roots with your toes. The roots of the water lilies, native to this place, were an important and nutritious food source. I grew up in Iowa, and even though I, like every other fifth grader, took an entire year to study Iowa history, I never heard any of these stories about the Meskwakis. This play with actors, singers, an old-fashioned scene-changing device called a cranky with beautiful illustrations created by Shelley Buffalo, resonate deeply and stir all kinds of emotions. And they also stir up white fragility and white centrism in the mostly white audience members who are learning new and also somewhat shameful truths about our state's history and the history of our ancestors. This story does not directly ask us, what am I doing to make restorative actions in Iowa? How have my ancestors been complicit in extractive capitalism and genocidal movements to remove Indigenous people from their homelands? However, these thoughts and feelings definitely bubble up. And as white people do, we often lash out through white centrism, white fragility, and don't blame meism. So I intend to bring Settlers on Red Earth, the one-person puppet theater performance, to Decorah, and hopefully to bring Shelley Buffalo to join us for the talk back, when the audience can learn more and openly process what we've seen and heard in the play. And before doing so, I hope I can count on Decorah viewers to fortify ourselves so that we are not only anticipating a lashing back of white fragility, but that we can use our skills in being grounded and being able to sit in our discomfort, and to help others to really hear the many messages that are embedded in the stories of Settlers on Red Earth. For me, being a radically welcoming viewer doesn't just mean people feel welcome in our meetings. Oh, that's important. It means that wherever I go in the community, I am deputized as a guardian and protector to make sure that the most vulnerable among us feel safe and that they feel belonging.